This is 1360 AM. WNJC, Washington Township, Philadelphia. Philadelphia's Renaissance radio station. Brought to you from Forsyth Broadcasting. Or listen to us at WNJCradio.com.
Okay, everyone, it's time to put on your listening ears, thinking caps, and laughing shoes. It's time for the Doc and Amy Show, with your sweethearts of the airwaves who agree to disagree. Well, sometimes. Take it away, Doc and Amy.
Do you feel blame?
No.
Dear Remich?
Oh, yeah.
Are you mad? Do you feel like Woods Bob Remich?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
What
kind of crap?
Okay, well, thank you, Charles Manson, and thank you, everyone out there, for joining us again for the Doc and Amy Show. It is 5 o'clock on Sunday. You can join us here in the studio for this frivolity by calling 856-571-3939 while Amy interrupts the broadcast with whatever she's doing.
No, I didn't do anything.
Whatever. And you can shut up. And you can at all times follow us on the World Wide Web at www.thedocandamyshow.com. You can tweet us at the Doc and Amy Show.
Tweet.
What are you, Michael Jackson? You can, whatever. I don't tweet. I don't know. So all of those means to get in touch with us. We do encourage you to call us at that number, 227-1360. As you can tell, I still have
your sexy voice.
Almost no voice. So, excuse me.
There
See,
you go.
yeah, that's, so I've got this virus.
Good job.
Thank you very much. Always the pinnacle of broadcasting here at the Doc and Amy Show. We want to welcome those of you who've lost your will to live and decided to join us. Amy is with us today. Hello, Amy.
Hi. Thanks for introducing me.
I'm having trouble hearing you in my headphones.
Yeah, I'm having trouble hearing me in my headphones, too.
I see. All right.
There we go.
Woof.
Whoop, whoop.
Well,
No, that wasn't it.
Okay.
You turned up my mic.
Okay. Well,
Did you tell him to keep my mic down?
I suggested that, yes.
Great. So now he's listening to you. That's lovely.
Well, somebody's got to. So John is here with us. Hello, John. How you doing?
How's it going, everyone?
Excellent. With the absence of my voice, I'll be kind of resigning the reins from time to time to hack up a lung. So.
Well, I have to say now I'm hearing you and you do sound scratchy, but you like before right now when I was like really listening to your voice, you sound so much better than you did last week.
Well, yes, because I'm sounding.
Yeah, I mean, you were just, you couldn't even talk. Like, you had no voice at all. I can't even believe you made it through last week's show.
Well,
you're a trooper.
My not speaking often is considered not to be any downside whatsoever. So. As I chew on ice cubes and do all kinds of non-radio things.
Really great.
Sorry about that. I have to do what I have to do. Yeah. Today we do have a guest who will be debuting some of his brilliant work with us. Drew Jacobs will be joining us later. We do have some surprising things that we're going to throw at you today.
And we're going to kind of do some Christmas stuff today.
Yes, these are this show and next week's show are predominantly our Christmas Doc and Amy specials. So we want you to feel free to join us with any Christmas kind of things that you want to talk about. One thing that we always do, and again, by virtue of my voice not holding up so well, I would like to start out today, get you guys back in the saddle with the two people, one quote. Now, Robert last week did what Robert does, and he beat Amy at her own game.
Always does. It was close, though. It was 3-2.
Yes.
It wasn't bad.
Yes. Can you hear Amy?
I hear Amy.
Okay.
Yeah,
well, good.
I'm in my headphones. I can hear you and John normally, but myself, it's echoing. It's almost like I'm in a chamber 50 feet away.
Well, we'll do it
for
ourselves.
some reason. I don't know why, but as long as everybody else can hear me, I guess that's all that matters.
Can't hear you. I'm just waiting for your mouth to quit moving, and I just jump in there, which is what I normally do. So, last week, Robert pulled into the lead by 1. He got Amy 3-2 at her own game again. It was very exciting, though. It came right down to the wire, right down to the last question.
Yeah.
So,
it did.
For those of you listening, what we do as a normal segment here on the Doc and Amy Show is a thing that Amy does called Two People, One Quote. Amy recites a quotation, and then she attributes it to two different people, and John has to guess which one of those two people actually authored the quote. It's a very exciting thing, and
very exciting.
I always look forward to it every week. So this week, John, this is to maybe give you a little hint. These, what we've been doing...
Don't give him a hint.
Okay, this is not a hint, but I'm going to say this anyway. These are, we've been doing this for the past couple of weeks. These are all taken from professional comedians. Okay, so if you know your comedy, this might be a little bit of an advantage for you. So these aren't necessarily Christmas things. They are a little bit more topical, though. So we're moving into more current events.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll let Amy take off with this and see how it goes this week.
Okay, here we go. Our first quote. Yesterday, Fox News anchor Megyn Kelly told viewers that Santa Claus is white. Then she said Santa's elves are Mexican and are stealing jobs from American elves. Who said this, Jon Stewart or Conan O'Brien?
I'm going to say Conan O'Brien.
You are right.
Oh.
And then one quick thing, the mic. I think we might have a little problem with the mic there. I'm going to have to... I think that's the reason we can't hear you that well. It's because you're going out over the air, but I think we need to...
Okay, we're going to adjust that. So
Okay, there we go.
what we've got here is a
Oh, wait.
No.
No, it's still...
no. We're still
It does, it sounds like echoing or something.
no. You're just not. What we're hearing is the acoustic noise from the monitors. I think
Okay.
because
and not-
my mic is perfect.
Oh, well, maybe I could
Swap
switch
some-
mics.
swap mics,
I'll
that's
swap mics.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, just bang things around the table. And,
Well, what do you want me to do?
I don't know. How about we just bang? Just do. There you go. There we go. All right. This is like.
How's this sound? Woo! Hello, lady.
Okay, we can edit this crap out, can't we?
There we go.
John?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what? I listen to morning shows, okay? And this stuff happens all the time.
Well, I wish it would happen to them. Anyway, where we're at right now.
Where we're at right now.
Is John has pulled into an early lead. He has won. Amy is still waiting to get on the board here. We do always play 5, so it's anybody's game, of course, at this point. So let's. What do you have next? Let's try
Okay.
this some more.
Second quote. In an interview, Oprah Winfrey said she had no regrets about not having children. Oprah said, "I feel bad enough about bringing Dr. Phil into the world." Who said that? Conan or Arsenio Hall?
Arsenio Hall.
It was Conan.
Okay. Oh, now we have a tied game.
Now we have
One
a tie.
each. See, this is the exciting part of this. It's give and take. It's like a thrust and parry, a volley and then serve. It's
A ping and a pong. A yin and a yang.
yin and yang.
Ying.
Whatever. At any rate, those of you yinging along at home, it is a tie game, one each. So let's keep this going. I love
Okay.
this.
They're saying a major storm is heading east, which could affect millions of Americans on the busiest travel day of the year. Bad news is you won't get to break the wishbone with your relatives this year. The good news is that's probably the wish you made last year. Was that Jimmy Fallon or David Letterman?
Jimmy Fallon.
You're right.
Oh, 2-1, John. He's following in Robert's footsteps. As it looks like it's still anybody's game, but John has pulled into a lead again. So I'm just beside myself. Go
Okay,
ahead.
I'm so glad you're excited. Okay, the White House said today that one of the reasons the Obamacare website has had so many problems is because it's so popular that it was overwhelmed. Really? How come Psy's Gangnam Style video never had any problems? He got 2.5 billion hits. Was it Jay Leno or Craig Ferguson?
I'm going to say Craig Ferguson.
It was Jay Leno.
Oh,
We are tied now.
It
This
is
is
a tie.
it.
See, this is how
we go.
I love to see this played out. 2 each. It's a very exciting game. This is the tiebreaker. This is the winning clue, and I just can't wait.
Okay, here we go. Today, Obama... Here we go. Let's start over.
Please.
Today, Obama was in so much trouble, he called Hillary Clinton and he said, "Could you start early?" All right, was that Stephen Colbert or David Letterman?
David Letterman.
I knew you were going to get it. You won.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, again, it's
That's it.
our awesome production staff trouncing Amy. Now they're up 2 games in our 2 people
Okay,
1 quote.
thanks a lot.
I'm not rubbing it in. I'm keeping people apprised of what. Maybe they missed last week's show.
You're such a good two people, one quotes commentator. I have to just say that.
Somebody has to do the color commentary for the team.
Yes, it's very exciting, and it just definitely keeps me on the edge of my seat. So thank you for that.
You're so welcome, Miss Sarcasm. Okay. There are a lot of things going on. Now, I happen to notice that, again, this year, the Victoria's Secret folks did their the runway show, whatever models, whatever they call that. Again, I was looking at that, and I'm thinking to myself, are these supposed to be Christmas? Are these suggestions for Christmas gifts? I mean, are you $1 million bra? Are you kidding me?
Yeah, really.
Oh, please. And I don't, but it gave me some good ideas, and I probably will go shopping for something similar. However, if most guys are like me, forget the $1 million bra. If you want excitement, just getting a bra off the rack is excitement enough. Okay, well, we know there were 3 hoes.
It's not done.
Merry Christmas.
He sounds like he's trying to go to the bathroom.
Ho,
Ho, ho.
And counting change or something. I don't know what that is. But that was, in case you missed it, that was the punchline.
I was very focused on
Getting
timing.
a bra off the rack. Yes.
There you go.
Okay.
I was focused on timing the sound effect properly because I knew I would pay for it later if I didn't.
Well done, darling.
Thank you. I'm so good at pressing buttons at the right time.
You certainly get plenty of practice.
Don't even go there.
Yes. So today we have a gentleman, Drew Jacobs, who's joining us, who is a musical comic from New York, has delighted us on a previous show with his work, and he has a new release out. And I'm not even gonna give the title. I'm gonna let him go and take care of all that introduction and so forth. But we do have with us Drew Jacobs. Drew, are you there?
Yes, I am, Doc. Hi, Amy. How are you guys?
Good. How are you?
We're doing great.
Oh, good to hear. Thank you so much for joining us again. We enjoyed our visit last time, and I've enjoyed our conversations, in the interim. Now, just kind of give our listeners a little background into Drew Jacobs, who he is, what he does, and what you got coming up.
Well, I was born in Brooklyn, New York. No, you probably don't want to go back that far.
Well,
I think Brooklyn was just named the lesbian capital of the world or something. I don't know. I just read something.
It wasn't when I was born.
Well, apparently not.
But did you know that 1 out of 8 Americans can trace their roots back to Brooklyn, either being born there or family members born there or living there?
Or a lesbian.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Or lesbians. Yeah,
and
that's great.
Which tunnel would that be? Oh, never mind.
Oh, dear.
Yes, I'm sorry.
Okay, so Brooklyn, New York.
Brooklyn, New York, but I'm living here in beautiful upstate New York, right outside of the capital, Albany.
Oh.
And we got about 8 inches of snow.
That's what I was going to ask you. How much snow do you have on the ground?
Yeah, about 8 inches. And,
wow.
We are hunkered down here in the house. We just finished decorating the Christmas tree, and in the process of finishing decorating the house, and just enjoying listening to the Doc and Amy show here on the World Wide Web.
Oh, well, awesome. And we always appreciate anyone who, takes the time out of their busy life and has nothing else good to do to listen to the Doc and Amy show.
I love that, though, when you get stuck in the house, like there's a snowstorm, and you just, like yesterday...
And you're busy hunkering.
Yeah, you're hunkering. Yes. I mean, Doc left for a bit, but the boys and I were there, and I, this year... Instead, we usually we make a gingerbread house, and I usually buy like the kit. So Harrison, my youngest one, says to me a couple months ago, "I think we should bake the house this year. Like make the gingerbread and bake it." And I'm thinking, what exactly does we mean? But he was insistent.
You know what we mean. mind.
Yes, exactly.
So we do this every year. It's a tradition. So I'm like, okay, fine, I'm gonna bake it. So I did. I baked it. I made the templates and I cut it out and I baked it and I made the icing and we got the good thing is we got all the leftover Halloween candy and used that. So, and I said, Harrison, you gonna come help me get the dough together and roll it out? And no, I don't think so. Seriously? I said, you're the one who told me you wanted me to bake it homemade. He's like, I don't remember saying that. Dude, you said it like 3 times. Like, what are you talking about? So my oldest helped me. I mean, of course he decorated it, and he was eating it too.
Sure.
He was jamming on it. But
isn't it the whole point of making the thing, as an end result, consuming it?
yeah, but I like to leave it up for a little bit so that we can enjoy.
Whatever.
And then I made a ninja bread man to go along with it too.
Ninja bread.
A ninja bread man. Yeah.
I hope you took pictures.
Yeah, it's kind of like, it's not real beautiful. I kind of let the kids do it.
Well, the Ninja Bread Man kicked the gingerbread house down and beat up all the rest of the figures.
If I just did it myself, I'd be very particular, but there's kind of like candy just thrown all over the place, and you know, it wasn't meant to be beautiful. It's beautiful in my eyes because my children did it. So anyway, sorry.
It looks like Willy Wonka barfed on a tiny house is what it looks like.
It really does. Yeah.
The most important part is it was made with love.
It was. It was.
I think it was made with gingerbread. Drew, we now you give us some idea of the things that you've been up to. What's your experience in performance and writing and having your art broadcast?
Yeah, I mean, I've been bouncing around here for a couple of years. I've got a couple of CDs out. My first CD was entitled "Easy Listening for the Hard of Hearing," and I like to do Christmas songs. Over the years, I've done a bunch of different ones. One that's on that first CD. That got some airplay nationally on the Dr. Demento show is called Rudolph's on Steroids.
Oh, that's cool.
I love that, Doctor.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And my second CD, which would be my most recent CD, full-length CD, is called I'm Allergic to My Job.
Love it.
And that also has an acoustic blues version of Rudolph's on Steroids.
Ah.
Well,
But my brand spanking new, I think you've even got it there in your hands,
brand
Doc,
spanking.
is,
We got the spanking covered. Yeah.
there, I can see from here, a CD single. The first side is If 50's the New 30, which I think you guys were nice enough to play
Oh,
last time.
absolutely. Love it. Yes.
And the flip side, just in time for the holidays, Strip Club Christmas Eve.
Okay, now, I have to ask about the inspiration for that.
I did a lot of research.
Good. Field work. Field work is important, yes.
Yeah,
Did
okay.
a lot of research on both Christmas Eve and strip clubs.
Well, and of course you were looking for the North Pole. Of course, it's not made of brass, as I'm sure you found out.
Oh my
That's
gosh.
very true.
Yes. Okay. What I'm. This is not an easy seat to be in, sweetheart. So just quit sighing over there. So we have the Strip Club Christmas Eve, which we have sampled. We cheated
funny.
a little bit. We'd like to play that with your permission to get that out to our listeners.
Absolutely, I love it.
We want them to sample that as well. So that should be coming up here
Ready?
momentarily. So everyone enjoy Strip Club Christmas
Lights
Eve.
are flashing red and green as shoppers all dash through the streets. Holly and Ivy do the Christmas pole dance at the Strip Club Christmas Eve. Come celebrate the most holy of nights. Free hors d'oeuvres and the drinks are half price. Rudolph the bouncer says come see the show at the Strip Club Christmas Eve. A guy in a Santa suit gets a lap dance. The waitress walks by, she's not wearing pants. Stockings are hung all over the chairs at the Strip Club Christmas Eve. Here we go now. Strippers on duty, all our skeleton crew. Half the girls are at home with their kids. Christmas gifts bought with crumpled up singles. They wonder, whose child is this? On Dasher, on Dancer, on Donna, you vixen, Tiffany, Crystal, show us some skin. What a combination of naughty and nice at the strip club Christmas Eve. From their Santa Claus hats to their mistletoe rings, they're jingling their bells and other nice things. All through the house, all the joy that they bring to the strip club Christmas Eve. Strippers on duty, all our skeleton crew. Half the girls are at home with their kids. No visions of sugar plums dancing around here. These visions are dancing for tips. Twas the night before Christmas, and all through the club, shouts of last call, boys. Come on now, drink up. And as the jolly old DJ turns on the lights, he says, Merry Christmas to all. Now go home to your wives. Strip club, Christmas Eve.
Alrighty.
That was awesome.
I love it.
Yes, that's
thank you.
that is the perfect anthem for the Doc and Amy show at Christmas time. We certainly appreciate you letting us air that here. That was delightful.
And what I have to say is that even though the title is Strip Club Christmas, you kept it pretty clean, and I like that.
I do that. I try to work adult but clean.
And I like that. I think it's harder to do that.
Is, yeah.
And we're actually going to do something in a bit that's
not clean at all.
full of it's innuendo, but it is much harder to keep it clean and use more innuendo or whatever. I mean, you could have made it really dirty, and that probably would have taken you 2 minutes to write. But yeah. I like that you didn't. It's almost something the kids could listen to.
Well, when I do my stand up, it's much the same. I'll do an hour set, and there's no cursing and no. I mean, it's I tactfully broach adult subjects, but more technologically, I guess, if you want to say it that way.
Yeah.
And I can certainly appreciate that. It does take extra work, but you don't have to fall back on that psychological crutch of blue humor and get the nervous response. It's actually a response to the wit work itself, and I appreciate that.
Plus, I can play it for my parents and not have my mother wash my mouth out.
Exactly.
That's
what I said. It's almost like I could. I could let the kids listen to it.
Yeah, but they,
you know what I mean? Like it's not. I mean, I don't really want them learning about strip clubs. Obviously, that's not kid appropriate. But it's not. Well, if they were to overhear it, it wouldn't. There's really nothing embarrassing except for she wasn't wearing pants. But it's still not.
Well, I do that all the time. Well, no, if we were to, for them to really get the full benefit of it, we'd have to take them to a strip club.
Yeah, that would be really appropriate,
so that they would know exactly how to,
yeah, okay.
No, that's another delightful piece
from
Drew Jacobs.
It was great.
And that now is that available commercially, Drew? That
is absolutely. I'm glad you asked.
Of course.
That is commercially available. You can download it on iTunes or Amazon.com, or if you'd like it as a stocking stuffer. I mean, there are, as you know, physical CDs with beautiful pictures on the front and the back.
And we have one.
And they're very, very reasonably priced, just $5, and that includes shipping. And call by midnight tonight, and we'll make sure you get it before Christmas Eve.
There you go.
Great, that's awesome. You know what? I have I don't use iTunes anymore. I use Amazon, so I'm going to go ahead and
there you go.
And download it on there.
But seriously, if folks are interested and they actually want a physical copy, they can email me at drew@drewjacobs.com, and we'll get it sent out for them, no problem.
I mean, I think it would be a great gift. You know, there's people you just don't know what to get them, like, you know, like my dad. I don't know what to get him for Christmas, but something like this would be unique. It's inexpensive and it's fun. It's different. And chances are, he's not going to get, you buy him a shirt, he gets 68 different shirts or lottery tickets, or it's the same old stuff. This is a really good gift for someone you're not quite sure what to get them. Maybe they like comedy. This would be something really unique and reasonably priced to get them. I think it's a great idea.
Well, now, Drew, pardon me while I continue to lose my voice. We have a link to your website on our website. Now, do you have you have a contact us capability there that they can also get hold of you, right?
Absolutely, yep.
Okay.
Drew at drewjacobs.com, and there's a contact page there as well. That'll come right to me. Not a problem at all.
Okay. Well, we always like to make sure that everybody has, all of the means possible to get in contact with the friends of the show.
Well, and then sometimes people are driving or doing other things, and they can't write down the information, so it's right on our website. You'll remember that.
Yes. So. Just go to our website, and if you can endure that, you can find links to all kinds of things.
There you go.
Now, I do want to cover a couple of things here. Drew, if you just hang with us, we're going to be bouncing around here a little bit.
We're going to bring you back and play another song. And
If you have the fortitude to remain with us, we'll do another selection of yours.
Yeah, and chime in whenever you want.
Sure.
So
now, what we're doing here, we had some discussion about Christmas, and Amy basically does her Christmas shopping online. So
all of it.
Things get delivered or not. There's sometimes some difficulty. Different carriers, there are all kinds of folks out there delivering things. The Postal Service, DHL, all kinds of folks. And we know that it doesn't always go smoothly.
No.
So we did a little investigation, and just at random, we decided to pull a message from UPS, their answering machine, some of the feedback that they have gotten this Christmas. So here is a random call into UPS from their answering machine.
Hi, this is Mindy from Crimson Gorge, California. I know that this is a hectic time of year and that the weather has been lousy, but as with every Christmas season, when the UPS man comes, I'm left with a bad taste in my mouth. Yesterday, it was raining. I see the UPS guy pulling up, and next thing you know, I have a wet box. I was expecting him to bring me what I wanted in the afternoon, but as usual, he came early, leaving me with a big wet box. He comes to my door for just a few seconds. I hardly knew he was there. Then I see him pulling out, and I'm left with nothing but a big wet box. I was like, oh God, my box is so wet. Once again, I was left to handle my big wet box all by myself. It's hard to find a place to sit my big wet box. It seems like no matter where I put it, there's always something that's going to penetrate my big wet box. You'd think for safety's sake, he learned to wrap his package before he came. It seems like this time of the month, I always have to contend with things falling out of my big wet box. It seems like there's never enough packaging tape to hold the flaps in. I always end up in a hairy situation. God forbid I want to give a fresh, clean box to someone. The UPS man comes, and all I'm left is with a sloppy, wet box. Also, when my box gets wet, there's a disturbing odor. Have you ever put your face near a big wet box? It's disgusting, trust me. My husband, the good Samaritan that he is always going to the neighbors to try to help her with her big wet box. Now I have a big wet box. I have a suggestion. In order to make my box appear a little neater, maybe waxing my big wet box would keep it from getting so wet and sloppy. If you can't do any of the above, can't he just go around back and put his package there where it's drier? After all, your slogan is, what can Brown do for you? I would appreciate any input. TTYL, Mindy, Crimson Gorge.
Okay, well, that is a sample of some a complaint call to UPS.
If people are just tuning in,
it's not necessarily with the odds, but if the people are just tuning in or tuning out, as the case may be, we may do that from time to time.
I have to say, I've never seen John laugh so hard in my life. and that we usually don't go there, but it was lots of innuendo.
Yes, that was a
very strong innuendo. I'm glad it went over well.
We had as much fun writing that as
we really did.
We had delivering it, believe me.
Yes. No pun intended.
Thank you, Mindy, wherever you are, for
thank you, UPS.
Yes.
Because I was actually at someone's house that I know, and a box got delivered, and I opened the door, and I'm like, God, this box is all wet. And I'm like, yes! And I was inspired.
And in a
it's funny.
The kind of Kreskin moments that we always have, at about the same time on the same day, I'm standing outside, and the UPS guy drops a box off at the neighbor's house, and I actually had to go. I went inside and grabbed a garbage bag and put down over this stack of 2 boxes so that they wouldn't get wet. And I was thinking the exact same thing.
And I came home and told him about my ID, and he was like, "Oh my God, that happened today!" Blah blah blah.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
So there you go. Anyway, enough of that.
Not the big wet box.
Yes, yeah. I don't know if we're still in the air. We'd like to thank everyone for their indulgence.
Oh gosh.
Nothing says Christmas like a big wet box.
Absolutely. I can't. Never mind. How do you follow that?
I don't know.
It's like
Anything else is going to stink.
Yes.
That's all I have to say.
Well, I do know.
It's all down here from here.
Yeah, all down here from Hill. Yeah.
It's all down here from Hill.
Maybe one day we'll get a radio show and
maybe.
learn how to do this.
We should.
Drew, now you have another selection that we're going to sample in a little bit. And that is 50 is the New 30. Did I have that title right?
We're doing Rudolph's on steroids.
Oh, we are? Okay.
Yes, we are.
Well, what do I know? I'm just sitting here warming up a mic.
There you go.
I'm sorry, Dad. Now the flip.
It's Christmas, Doc. Come on, we got to do Christmas tunes.
Yeah.
It's just I'm over here readying my chimney.
Oh my gosh.
Now the flip side of the Strip Club Christmas Eve is 50 is the New 30, correct?
Yes.
Correct.
Okay, that's where I got that. All right.
It's like an old-fashioned 45.
Yeah, A side and B side. There you go.
A side and B side, and it's a double A side.
It's both sides are A. So if you want to sample Drew's A, just get in touch with us, and he has 2 for you. Whatever happens, I don't know.
Okay.
I'm still looking forward to my idea about. We have the elf on the shelf who's, looking at, spying on kids.
Well, let's explain that a bit.
Well, I basically...
I can explain it if you'd like.
Well, I'd like to go into a little bit of background myself here.
Okay, fine.
I was looking at an article. Now, Drew, you may have seen this as well. And it's probably not the only incidence of this season. A mall Santa charged with groping a co-worker.
I did hear about that.
Yeah, and I'm sure that's probably an isolated incident.
Oh, I'm sure that never happens.
Yes, the mall Santas are always well vetted, upstanding individuals.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now, what this led me to think about is, all of the things to do with Christmas, how they could be improved or, made different so that they're a little bit more appealing to some of us. And I happened to be at a house, and I saw this little thing, this elf on the shelf, which I guess is something you put there to let the kids know that somebody's spying on them to make sure that they're not naughty?
Basically, it comes with a book, and the kids name him, and then he's supposed to report back to Santa what the children's behavior is, and he moves all around the house. It gets them to behave.
So ridiculous.
I just get my kids to behave by telling them what they need to do and what they can't do, and then they listen.
Well, you're an old-fashioned gal.
I convinced them that they're one heartbeat away from a beating. That's what I. That's how
You're so
old-fashioned.
sweet.
Well, that's old-fashioned for you.
Yeah.
I'm waiting. I'm waiting for something for the older kids. My age maybe, and maybe a new idea. Now this could go great guns. I'm thinking. The MILF on the shelf.
Oh my God.
If you it could go either way. If you're going to misbehave, you might as well go big. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I'll be working on that.
You're crazy.
Ron Pope, he'll dig him up and get him to push that for us.
MILF on the shelf.
I'm always thinking. I'm always taking that bra off the rack.
Oh my gosh.
So I'm gonna cross that off.
Cross that off.
So, now you have some other items here, Amy. Let's go through a couple of those.
Yeah, let's do let's do one. I'm just going to do one thing, and I'm going to keep on the Santa theme. I have something else about the Golden Globes, so we'll just keep with the Santa theme for now.
So you're going with the bra off the rack. Now you're talking about Golden Globes. I'm going to be on another channel. I'm completely off the chart.
So I did this in my quotes as well. So everyone may be familiar with this story. Fox News host Megyn Kelly, who hosts the show The Kelly File, made some controversial comments about Santa's race. Okay, she said, and by the way, for all of you kids watching at home, Santa just is white. Apparently, they had to ask her to repeat herself because her KKK hood was in the way.
Her hood.
So, and she says, Jesus was a white man too. I want you kids watching to know that. So after this incident, the Kelly File on Fox News Network dropped from #1 to the #3 children's show right after SpongeBob and Mickey Mouse Clubhouse.
Okay, because she has such a following of
Well,
children.
she was talking to the children the whole time.
Well,
I know my kids, personally, that was one of their favorite shows. Like, as a family, we'd all sit down and watch The Kelly File on Fox News.
Yeah.
Sure.
Well, actually, Jesus is white, and I can prove that.
Really?
Yes. You know how when you in church they do the communion thing, they do the
Okay.
Eucharist, right? And they go through the ceremony and they reach out and they hand you something and say, "This is the body of Christ."
Yes.
Well, hello, it's a cracker. Bingo. Case closed.
OMG, Becky.
So on that weak note, what I'd like to do at the moment, we're going to pause just for a bit to allow some time for those who sponsor the show, and we will be back momentarily, so just hang in there with us. Hey everybody, this is Doc of the Doc and Amy Show. I just wanted to let you in on a secret of mine, CPS Computers. They've been serving the area's computer needs for over 8 years now, and when it comes to computers, they can help you out too. They have a wide variety of new PCs and laptops to choose from. They do free diagnostics, and they can repair your broken machine for you. That's CPS Computers. They're at 722 Mantua Pike at the Heights Plaza in Woodbury Heights, and they're between the Subway and the Dollar Tree. Visit them or call 856-251-1007. That's 251-1007. And be sure to tell them Doc and Amy sent you. Hey, if you'd like to be a guest on the Doc and Amy Show and exhibit your talent, let us know about it at www.thedocandamyshow.com, right there on the World Wide Web. That's thedocandamyshow.com. If you're an up-and-coming performer, if you have some kind of talent you'd like to showcase on our program, we'd love to have you. Just let us know. www.thedocandamyshow.com. You could be our next star. And also, our friends at CPS Computer, which... that's on my Christmas list. I need a new computer, so maybe someone will go into CPS and help me out with that. Santa Claus, if you're listening. They also have a second location, and the location was the word I'm looking for. Not only can they take care of you there in Woodbury Heights. But in Cinnaminson, they also have a location where they can do all the diagnostics. They have all of the computer goods there for you. And that is at 1204 U.S. Route 130 and Suite 4. And that's in Cinnaminson. You can call them 856-829-8300, 829-8300, CPS Computers. You need to go there for all your computer needs. So, that being said, so Kelly has dropped in the children's ratings there. That's pretty pathetic.
Yeah, I mean, because we everybody listens to the Kelly File on Fox News with
Fox News is big with kids.
That was pretty funny.
So, Drew, are you still there?
I am.
Excellent. Thank you very much for indulging us there for a few minutes.
Absolutely.
Now, we want to play another selection, and this is probably going to require a little setup. I'll let you intro this so that we can get the full value out of it.
We're going to play Rudolph's on Steroids, Drew.
Sure, and Rudolph's on Steroids is actually I think the version you have is from my latest CD, I'm Allergic to My Job, which is also available on iTunes and Amazon and all those good places.
Okay.
And it's actually the second time I recorded the song. The first time I recorded it was probably in the early 2000s, and the version that I did is kind of a wild and yelling and kind of crazy, nutty version that got picked up by the Dr. Demento show and some other radio shows across the country. And my feeling was I wanted to do it a little more subdued and a little more
traditional.
I'm sorry?
Maybe more traditional.
More traditional, yeah. That's a good way. Something that you could put on a Christmas CD mix and not blow the speakers.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Christmas Eve dinner,
Right.
So I got some real fine players to play on it with me, and some national talent. A guy by the name of Phil Drum, who's a nationally known slide guitar player, friend of mine, and a great picker. And so we went in and recorded a kinder, gentler Rudolph on Steroids.
Well, let us sample that and enjoy that in all its glory. This is Rudolph on Steroids.
Rudolph's on steroids. Is there any doubt? Rudolph's on steroids. It's what the song's about. Rudolph's on steroids. Well, it's the only way. Slave. Last year, this year.
Yeah, we're having a little technical.
A little Rudolph. His steroids aren't working quite so well. We're going to try to adjust that a little bit, see if we can get full value out of it. We have a connection here that's going a little goofy. Let us try it again and just keep our mics open a little bit so that we can jump in there if we have to. Sorry about that, Drew. We're having a little bit of a complication.
What's in that package from Balco? Is that why his nose is all aglow? You know that he's ripped, he doesn't need a truss. He could pull a bus. Rudolph's on steroids. Well, look at those arms. Rudolph's on steroids. He looks like Barry Bonds. Rudolph's on steroids. Well, it's the only way. Rudolph's on steroids. He's pulling Santa's sleigh. Well, that reindeer is fast. Rudolph's on steroids. He's kicking Donner's ass. And remember, kids, Santa says, don't do drugs.
Well, there you go. All right. Well, we apologize for that little technical glitch. $1 million worth of equipment and a little plug just brought everything to a screeching
it's
halt.
always worked since we've ever been here. I've never had, and it just moved on. I don't know what's happening.
Okay,
so.
well, you're fired.
It's
So
not my fault.
it's your plug. Thank you, Drew. That was awesome, and I'm sure folks will want to hear that in its entirety without the interruptions. So they can go to your website, our website. They can email you, get their own copy. Rudolph's on Steroid. They can get all kinds of things, all of your work. And I know that we'll be telling everybody we know to check that out. So thank you for that. We apologize for that glitch.
Thank you.
And with your permission, we'll probably play that again at some point in next week's program to give people another shot at hearing it in its entirety. So to kind of make up for that little deafness there in the middle. Now, Amy, do you have another little tidbit there for us that you want to work in? Sure.
Yeah. Well, this is a little bit off the track of Christmas, but I don't know if you read the Golden Globes nominations were just announced.
Golden Globes,
yeah, I know
yes.
you do. That's great. Oh my gosh, one track mind. So I just wanted to list some of the surprises and the snubs. Okay, so first, 12 Years a Slave got nominated for Best Actor because of a very believable and authentic performance of a pre-Civil War black slave by Dick Cheney.
Yeah.
So congratulations, Dick.
Yeah, well, thanks.
All right. I thought you were going to add something.
Well, I was
There's just nothing you can say.
I never, it's, not usual for me to see Dick in the middle of the Golden Globes. But,
This
it was
is a new
surprise
one this year.
Yes.
It was, yes. So secondly, to the disdain of indie movie film lovers everywhere, Mandela Long Walk to Freedom beat out Mandela Short Walk to the John for Best Film nomination.
Okay, well, all right.
Okay, and
I'm not going to comment on that one.
Okay, there we go.
I'll keep that one to myself.
And third, for the best film about one of the four fundamental forces that obey Newton's third law is nominated Gravity.
Okay, well, I didn't know that was a category.
It is. You didn't know that?
Yeah, equal and opposite reaction, maybe.
I mean, last year it was like Toy Story 1. I mean, what does that have to do with the four fundamental forces? Finally, they have something that actually fits in this category. So,
Well, I'm waiting for the weak interaction. That's my favorite.
there we
course,
go.
Yeah.
Okay. And number 4, the best movie to capture the essence of Rand Paul's soul, Frozen.
Okay. All right. Well,
That's a recently released Disney movie, in case anyone's aware.
yeah.
And then 5, the award for the best acting by an actress whose name sounds Christmassy, Amy Poehler.
Well, and with one subtle change, she would sound like my ex, Amy Bipolar.
That was good. I like that.
Yeah, well, we'll see if you become Amy Bipolar in the next 12 minutes for something I say.
Oh my gosh.
So now, Drew, do you have anything? I think we spoke about this earlier. You have some things that you are considering here in the near future. Maybe some appearances here and there. Anything that carved in stone yet, or are we still?
Nothing carved in stone yet. I know sometime in March I'll be heading down, probably the end of the month, be heading down in your direction, and once I have more confirmation on that, I will certainly let you and the fine listeners of the radio station and the Doc and Amy show in on that.
Especially if you're down this way, that would be great.
Yeah, we anytime anyone's within a traveling distance to see something superb, we always make noise about that. Any of our friends of the show who are doing something in our area, we certainly let everyone know. So once you let us know, we'll have it on the website. We'll promote that on the air for you so that people actually know about that. So certainly keep us posted.
Do it.
In the somewhat near future, we plan to have a kind of a combined effort between the Doc and Amy show and the Out of Nowhere comedy tour, doing an actual full-blown comedy show. And we're still working on the nuts and bolts of that. And certainly if Drew's available, we're going to invite him to come and throw his talents into the ring for that so that you can enjoy him live. So you can't say that you weren't warned there, Drew. We might be giving you a call.
No, I'm looking forward to hearing more about it.
Well, we're working on that, trying to get that in.
And speaking of singing comedians, I just got an email from Todd Chappelle. He enjoyed the I Can Prove Jesus is White because the body of Christ is a cracker.
Oh,
line.
thank
He
you.
said it's
Thank you,
one of the
Todd.
best lines he's heard in a while.
Oh, okay.
So
Well, thank you, Todd.
he enjoyed that.
That's friend of the show, Todd Chappelle. He's a musical comic, and we sample his wares on the program from time to time. Well, we'll be closing with
We'll
one
be
of his...
closing, with his Christmas song
Yes.
today.
Thank you.
I know Todd, and Todd's a terrific guy.
He is. He's a lot of fun, and maybe we should get you guys in the studio sometime at the same time and just have like a battling
A
songs.
jamboree.
Yeah, like dueling comics here, which is not a bad idea.
No,
We'll
it
work on
actually
that.
isn't. That would be fun.
Yeah. So whoever walks away is the winner. Now we are seriously.
That's great.
You go big or stay home. I always say.
Yeah.
Now we also are looking at a lot of things for Christmas this show and next. Next week we will be having Swing That Cat, who's going to be offering us some specially recorded music that they've gone in the studio to do just for our show. So we're looking forward to that.
We're going to actually have them live in the studio.
Yeah, there will be
too.
representatives of Swing That Cat right
Yeah.
here talking to us live,
Yep.
and that we'll be sampling some recorded pieces of their music.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know which ones yet. That's going to be a surprise, but so we hope that we can get everybody involved in this at some point. So Drew, you certainly stand by. If you're close, we will try to snag you to come in the studio as well.
Okay.
And my voice is going, so I'm trying to work in
Oh,
as
your
many
voice
words
is
as
okay.
possible.
It sounds
So-
great.
Oh, thank you very much, darling. I was looking through my notes, and there are things I know we get involved in with the two young ones at home, homework and so forth, and the school work, the studies that they throw at the children nowadays, just bizarre, especially the math. I'm really,
Yeah,
it's weird.
really odd.
Yes, have you had an opportunity to sample this sideways math, Drew, that they're teaching nowadays?
Sideways math.
Yes, it's like the first thing they have them do is guess, and then go from there. And
Yeah,
then,
like long division, you don't take the number and divide it into the divisor, or the dividend into the divisor. You
guess.
You have to guess how many times you round it up or down, and then guess how many times it goes in, and multiply, and then subtract, and then guess again.
Yeah, forget memorizing your multiplication tables. I mean, that's how that's supposed
It's
to
very
work.
odd.
Yes.
No, that's a new one.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
bizarre.
well,
It's-
good. I'm glad you haven't
Yes.
had to go through that.
Yeah, because you would shoot yourself.
It's crazy.
I had a tough enough time with regular math.
Yeah, the conventional way, right?
Yeah.
Well, now we also have a, given the modern PC text speak era that we're in, a high school history class now entitled "That Was So 5 Minutes Ago."
That's great.
Yeah, it's like everything is totally oddball now.
Yeah.
So when we have that opportunity to help with homework, it is there's no adjective for it. It's just crazy. Now you had something that we
Yeah,
picked
the
up last
Obamacare,
minute.
website one.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So apparently, the California Health Exchange for that state, it says it's been giving the personal information of tens of thousands of consumers to insurance agents without the people's permission.
Right.
So apparently, they interviewed this guy Stanley Mills from San Diego, and he said in an interview, "I thought the things they were asking were weird, especially that one that asked us to finish the sentence, that one time in band camp, I." So, and then to follow up, they interviewed Obama about this because they really been riding him about this whole website, and
As they should.
they asked him to comment about the specific case in this interview with Stanley Mills, and Obama said, "Although I agree it was wrong to release personal information without consent, I honestly have to say that Stanley Mills is a freak. Maybe now he can get the help he deserves."
That's yes. Well, I now I don't know about you, Drew. I attempted to use this website in order to get some needed health care.
Oh, okay.
That's another website. Jeez, good timing. And it's just not working. It's still not working. I mean, now I've been notified that next week I have to go in for a mammogram. So
that's great.
I've seen pictures, Doc. I would go.
Yeah.
It's like I'd walk out with two paper plate moobs. That'd be great.
Oh my gosh.
No, I've seen pictures myself, and I don't want any part of my body put in a vice. Thank you very much. I'll just if they're screening for testicular cancer, I'll pass.
That would be a datagram.
A datagram, DAD.
Oh, I see.
Not a data.
Oh, I see.
Right.
Okay.
A datagram. There you go.
Yeah. Well, and if they're doing anything with Masters and Johnson sex therapy thing, I could give them an Instagram as well.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
So did you hear about the?
I was born premature. I have an excuse.
Oh my God! So did you hear about the new Chris Angel show?
No.
He always has coming up with these weird things that he's doing. So apparently next, Chris Angel's going to attempt to reanimate a human corpse. Apparently,
John McCain.
Yeah, well, they already aired this. So apparently, he attempted to reanimate a human corpse, and there were 15 million people watching as lonely husbands everywhere watched intently. So,
yes,
Doc could have probably used that about 20 years ago.
yes, that's yeah. I was the one who actually came up with the phrase. Are we having sex, or is it just me? Anyway.
Oh, my God.
I apologize. This will be our last Doc and Amy show. Thank you very much. No.
We're always so, straight and narrow, and this week we just went for it.
I know.
Was it playing Strip Club Christmas Eve that got you all worked?
I think that was our motivation, yes. Now we've gone completely
insane.
Far afield. No, but we do thank you for both your selections today, Drew. That was we always looking for something that we do to make a difference in the show. Unfortunately, we always fall short. But that really made that was something
great.
that we look forward to hearing again and being able to present to our listeners. So we do appreciate that.
I appreciate the opportunity, and I wish you guys and all the folks at WNJC and all the listeners a happy holiday and a Merry Christmas and a safe one, and hope to hook up with you guys again very, very soon.
We will certainly look forward to that ourselves. We'll make that happen as quickly as we can, and we will, of course, keep folks posted, with any upcoming events. So just keep us in the loop where that's concerned. We also would like to let folks know that you can visit our website and connect to other websites, just like Drew Jacobs' website, at www.thedocandamyshow.com. We have archived shows, we have contests, we have all kinds of goodies there, and you could be yet another part of the Doc and Amy family. So go there and check that out. You can stream us if your computer happens to glitch like ours did today, instead of listening to us on the broadcast airwaves. You can catch us at WNJCradio.com and catch the live streaming audio. You can tweet us at whatever that address is. And
at Doc and Amy Show.
Don't care. And we certainly encourage you to be here every Sunday at 5 o'clock to join us. Call in, help us out with this frivolity, and we would certainly love to hear from you. What we'd like to do right now is close with a special selection from Todd Chappelle. And what's the title of that, darling?
Christmas Story.
Is it?
I think that's what it's called.
I did. I apologize, Todd. I did not look at my notes. But
I had a shut down.
Okay,
so.
This is our closing Christmas selection by a friend of the show, Todd Chappelle. So be with us next week for some special surprises, a special Christmas story, and Swing That Cat. So we are closing this week's broadcast.
Thank you,
Todd.
for
listening, and here's Todd.
I'll be home for Christmas. You can count on me. Please have snow and mistletoe and parking on the street. Christmas Eve will find me down at the Acme